Is Bitcoin about to enter the legendary Phase 4? How close are we to Phase 4? Are we already in Phase 4? Phase 4 of the bull is the most parabolic part of any bull cycle, every single cycle. Take a look. 2013, as soon as we break this red line, we move into what is considered Phase 4 of the bull. It's explosive in price. It's some of the biggest moves you will see, the biggest moves in altcoins. It's absurd. 2017 was no different. Break of this red line and price goes from moving up slightly to absolutely parabolically exploding. Same with 2021. Phase 4 actually marked the market cycle top. As soon as we broke this red line, exploded to the blue line, and it was lights out. An absolutely parabolic rise to the top. And what is the latest with Bitcoin? Are we in Phase 4? Are we about to enter Phase 4? How crazy could it get? All of that and more right now. What if you could stop missing out on huge trades and start creating multiple streams of income? For Black Friday only, my entire course bundle, built on 25 years of experience, is a massive 79% off. Plus, when you sign up with crypto, you'll save an extra $450. Unlock my simple step-by-step system for day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, and my famous hybrid system, which has minted many millions. These strategies dominate Bitcoin, altcoins, and the stock market. Whether you're brand new to crypto or you're a seasoned pro, worried about time? No problem at all. You just need 5 or 10 minutes per day from any phone, tablet, or computer. Sign up right now and get my secret hybrid indicator completely free. One-time payment unlocks lifetime access. The clock is ticking. Mika's up 100,000. Max up 700,000. Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio. My unique hybrid system creates winners. Stop waiting and start winning. Sign up now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Let's get into it. We're on Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the monthly chart. Let's take a look at this parabolic Phase 4. This is something that we have been covering now for years. What we've essentially done is we've taken Bitcoin cycles and we put the Fibonacci retracement on here. In other words, you go over to your tools here and you type on Fib retracement, and you go from the prior swing high to the swing low and project it out with these settings. If you look at the styles, we have check marks here, 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 and here, and here. We have 6 of them that are highlighted here with the colors. And if you scroll down to the bottom, we have Fib levels based on log scale because we are on a log scale chart. Once you do that, you get the exact Fib levels that Bitcoin generally rises to. In 2013, we rose all the way to this yellow one. In 2017, we also rose all the way to the yellow one. In 2021, we did not rise to the yellow one. We ended at the blue one. What will happen in 2025? Well, we're about to get to it. Let's take a look back at 2013, right? Where we are now is, you see this red arrow? We're in this Phase 4 sequence, and we're going to be comparing it to the Phase 4 of 2017, also the Phase 4 of 2021, and we're going to take a look today about Phase 4 in this cycle and what it's looking like right before our eyes. But back in 2013, you can see Bitcoin went from about $32, breaking this red line, and burst into Phase 4. It went from $32 all the way up to $260. That's the explosiveness of Phase 4. By the way, 5.3 theory update coming later in this episode. Now, Phase 4 goes up to the Fib level of 1.618. Okay? So, in other words, Bitcoin's phases are not irregular, right? These are very structured, very detail-oriented. Bitcoin breaks one level and goes exactly up to the next level and holds resistance, and it does that in every single cycle. So what we know is that this Phase 4 was absolutely explosive, not just for Bitcoin, but that's when altcoins really start to take off. It's difficult for altcoins to take off in the beginning because there's so much uncertainty about Bitcoin. And people don't like to take their Bitcoin holdings and transfer them to altcoins if they're so uncertain about Bitcoin. For example, when we're at the bottom of the market, everybody thinks we're going lower. We're in phase one of the market, still everybody thinks we're going a lot lower. Phase two is when people starting to loosen their grip, but there's still so much uncertainty. As soon as we break into phase four, they're like, this is it. This is the bull has just started. And they take their Bitcoin holdings and they transfer them into altcoins because of human greed, and they're trying to make more money. That's how you see this altcoin shift pretty much happen in phase four. It's when people are finally comfortable that the bull is here and the greed sets in, and the rest is history. Now, what you can see about 2013, we rose from that 32 all the way up to the couple hundreds. In 2017 was no different. We broke this level at about a little over $1,000, and we went from about $1,000 all the way up to almost 4,500 in a very short amount of time. Now, keep in mind, inside of phase four, it's not like we're here for a couple days. It's also like we're not here for a couple years. It's relatively short-lived. You can see these are monthly candles, and we've had a handful of months in here in 2013. We had even less in 2017. You talk about we've got 3, 4, 5 candles happening inside, pretty much 4 candles. This one is our breakout candle. So 4 months inside of phase 4 in 2017, but we did reach a phase 5, which did not happen in 2021. 2021, we broke out into phase 4 was officially when we crossed into the 20K area. And we went from the 20K area all the way up to 62, 63. And then we were topped out with the 1.618. So then it brought us to 2025. And for a couple of years now, we've been looking at this sort of cycles of Bitcoin and breaking them down. And we looked at this the past year, year and a half, even 2 years. And we said, look, 2025, what can we expect? And we said, would it be out of the question for Bitcoin to potentially reach the yellow line in 25? What if you could stop missing huge trades and start creating multiple streams of income? Black Friday only. My popular course bundle is a massive 79% off. Plus, when you sign up with crypto, instantly save an extra $450. Watch at your own speed whenever you want from any phone, tablet, or computer. Get my unique hybrid system that has minted many millionaires. Perfect for a busy schedule, just 5 to 10 minutes per day, and lifetime access. Mika's up 100,000, Max up 700,000, Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio, and you're next. Clock is ticking. Sign up now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. And we looked at our data and we said, okay, we have 1, 2, 3 data points. And 2 of the 3, in other words, 66% of the time, we reach the yellow line. So it would be pretty silly of us to say that it's not possible. We said that in so many videos. How can we say it's not possible? Literally, 66% of the data we have went to the yellow line. Does that mean we're going to the yellow line? Nobody knows. But we can't say it's not possible or it's not going to happen or it's unlikely. It's quite literally the majority of the time, 66% of the time, we topped out at the 2.36, okay? What we had in our settings right here, the 2.36 marked in yellow, check marked here. That is the market cycle top for 2013 and for 2017, right? So we said, okay, how about the blue line? Would it be possible to get to the blue line? And we said, look, if Bitcoin breaks the red line and gets into phase 4, this is definitely a possibility. It was the market cycle top in 2021. We do have a few data points. Only 33% of the time we topped out at the blue line. So we said, was that a possibility? Of course it's a possibility. By the way, let's get to the 5.3 theory update. Tons of questions about this, so let's unpack it. First and foremost, I've always thought the 5.3 theory is super fascinating. It's based on math. but it's on the verge of being invalidated. And I'm going to make a more detailed video, but here's what I'll say for now. When I discovered this 5.3 theory years ago, what I said was, hey, we got this 5.3 theory. It tries to project the next market cycle top, and it projects the next market cycle price to be around this price. However, I personally will not be taking profits if that price is met. And I said that would be really stupid and silly to do that, to base everything on one chart. That's what I said years ago. And I said it in so many videos since then. But what I did say is I'll be using the 15 charts that I like to try to project and look for confluence among those to look for the market cycle top. I made another video even recently, just when Bitcoin was at roughly 60K. This is way before any big pump. This is way before the election. This is way before all of that. Bitcoin was sitting pretty at 60K. I gave an update video on the 5.3. And I said, hey, look, we got the 5.3. It's super interesting, pretty fascinating. It projects the next market cycle top to be at this price. However, it would be quote unquote stupid for me to use this and take profits. I said that when Bitcoin way before had a pump. Why? Because it's just one chart. I said, however, I will be using the 15 charts that I have used for cycles now to try to project and look for confluence of when the market cycle top will be. There's two big, huge differences here, right? When Bitcoin was back at 15, 16, 17,000, I said it's highly likely that the bottom is in and you should be buying Bitcoin. That's a prediction based on confluence in the charts. It was screaming. Even though the whole world was against me, 85% were against me, the charts were screaming that. The charts have never screamed that the top was in. I've never said that because the charts haven't screamed that yet. The 5.3 theory was one individual chart. That's not a prediction. A prediction is me calling the bottom based on confluence. So I just wanted to illustrate that. We'll do a deeper dive into the 5.3 theory, specifically what went wrong. So I'll be doing a video on that. Stay tuned for that video. Now, what is more likely is the better question. And where is Bitcoin now is an even better question. If you look, we're in this beautiful candle right here. And this candle happens to be very, very fascinating. Why? Because the start of this candle, the body, is holding support at this red line. Now, what is the red line? The red line is the prior cycle's top. In other words, that 2021 top, that's the red line. In other words, the resistance that we saw in 2021, marking not one, but two tops, was also the resistance of this red line for many months. And then we broke it with the body holding as support currently. In other words, if Bitcoin were to close anywhere above 70K, we would have the body holding this red line as support, and we will have officially moved in to phase 4. Now, this is what needs to happen. We need to close above 70K at the end of the month, 11:59 UTC time. If all of those things are true, we will have officially moved into phase 4. Now, with phase 4, is it a certainty that we move to the top of this blue line? No. Anytime anybody will say anything as a certainty in something that has a chart, they should be put in the mental hospital. Nothing that has a chart has any certainty ever. The only certainty is that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? There are no certainties in charts. What's a better question is, what is probable, right? Can we say that Bitcoin has to hit this blue line? Hell no. Can we say that when we broke the red line in 2013, we hit the blue line? Yeah, we can say that. Can we say in 2017, when we broke the red line, we hit the blue line? Yeah, we can say that. Can we say in 2021, when we broke the red line, we hit the blue line? We could say that. One way to look at the data is to say, okay, we're in this cycle right here, and the 3 cycles we've had so far, every time we've broken the red line, we've hit the blue line 100% of the time. We can say that. That is looking at the data the way it is reflected in front of our eyes. However, we can't say with certainty that we're going to hit the blue line. However, we can say that the blue line, the 1.618, is currently at and I say currently, it's not going to change. It's at 178,000. That's where the blue line is at right now. So it is within the realm of possibility that we have a top at 100. It just sounds crazy to say that, but it is possible, right? What is also possible is we could have a top at this yellow line. We've had it 66% of the time, albeit the first two cycles where there's more muscle and power into Bitcoin when it's younger. A lot of people think, well, Bitcoin's going to be more volatile when it's older and there's more money involved. This is the common theme. I've seen this comment for years and years. It just doesn't stop. And people genuinely believe that. If you believe that, oh man, I pray for you. Let me break it down. First of all, that's utterly BS. That's completely untrue. In fact, the opposite is true. Whenever there's more money in something, it becomes less volatile. Look at anything on planet Earth that has a value to it. Whenever there's a lot more people consuming that thing or investing in that thing, and there's more money in that thing, institutional money in that thing, whatever the case may be, study anything on planet Earth where there's more people investing in this thing, it becomes less volatile, right? It was in the younger days with Bitcoin 2013, 2017. Yes, it was more volatile. So it reached this yellow line. But can it reach this? It has a possibility. What is the price for Bitcoin if it were to reach this yellow line? Well, 555,000. That's the 2.36 FiB level. That would be absurd if Bitcoin did that. Would I prefer it? Of course. But that would be absurd. That would be absurd, but it's a possibility. But the key is, let's pay attention to the end of the month. Let's make sure Bitcoin closes above 70K at the end of the month, and then we'll have officially entered Phase 4, which historically has been the most parabolic part of the cycle, and when altcoins tend to see pretty historic moves. Hit that subscribe button. Mika's up over 100,000. Mark's up over 700,000. Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio. And Tornado says, my YouTube videos 5x'd his life, but my courses 1000x'd his life. Sign up now. Clock is ticking. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Breaking news. My popular courses are now translated into the following languages: Spanish, German, Dutch, Polish, and Hindi. Tell this to one person who you believe can speak these languages. This is a game changer. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Clock is ticking.